The next property is the Juanita mine, site number EC0191.
We're at the Juanita mine on the Dixie 7.5 minute quadrangle. It's a relatively well-known property in this part of the world. Starts off right off the side of the road with this fairly large open pit. It's not a shaft, it is just a pit. It has got a board barricade around it, as you can see. And the long, thin dump from it goes out. We'll pace it off. It's not very wide, but pretty distinctive when you see it. Goes on out with a lot of little trees growing over it. It can't be more than about 7 feet wide, and on this end it's just a couple feet deep. We're going to pace it off now. It's 21 paces long, and we're standing on the nose, which is approximately 16, 17 feet thick. And just enough room, looks like, for a set of rails to go on it. We'll turn around and see this kind of long skinny thing goes back, and that's where the pit is where those boards are around it. Now, down below the pit on the other side of the hill, there's another adit that we believe goes with this property. We're going to take a walk down there and take a look at it. There are also, up in this part of the world, a few prospect pits laying around like we've seen in the past. But nothing to worry about, and actually nothing to worry about at this property either, except for the hole. We're looking at the caved lower adit now at the Juanita. There are some rails. They look like they were, yeah, they were the old board with caps, steel caps on the rails. You can see them there. They nail those iron pieces on the tops of like 2x4s set on edge in the ground. And that's what were their tracks. It gives you an idea that this was done quite a while ago. A lot of little trees growing up through here. The dump's about 40 feet long and maybe 8 feet, 10 feet deep on the nose, about 8 feet wide. Not much of a deal. There's a pile of timbers laying out here by the side of the adit. And it looks like a double dump. We're going to go up and take a look at that one up there here as soon as we get a few still pictures and see what it looks like. Forest Service or somebody's been in here. All these mines are tagged with blue ribbons, so it's not too hard to find them. Just figured out which ones is which is a problem. Okay, if you look, we zoom in, you can see the rails up there going around the pit that we looked at first. And as you walk down the hill, the next thing that you find is this pit, which is fairly deep, and that's what that double dump was. It does not have a gate around it. I suppose for cross-country snowmobilers or whatever, it could be quite hazardous. It's interesting how they did it. This probably also is, this may be the caved part. Yeah, I believe it's the caved adit. That's what it is. If you look down here, you can see some timbers. Those are probably rock supports for the adit. You might be able to dig that out if you got in there. It doesn't look as if it's caved much further back up in there, although by the size of the dump, can't be much more to go than that. We're looking at that dump, kind of a circular dump, about 15 feet in diameter, and 5 feet thick on the nose. And we're looking down now to the adit that we were looking at down below. There's that pile of timber, and you can see the dump with the trees on it out there in front of it. And everything's dry, everything's caved. Possibility, I suppose, of digging this, if it is indeed an adit, digging it out. Although, as I said, there's the fence for the first pit that we took the picture of up there. So all this stuff pretty much on strike, and not too big of a hassle in here.